Archie's one of my main squad partners. Archie, he's 13 years old.
This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Ruston, Louisiana, Joe IA Stadium, home to the Bulldogs of Louisiana Tech. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Florida International Panthers. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. FIU will kick it off to get things underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
One thing you know about this defense, they have got a pass rush, and you cannot be predictable, especially when it comes to throwing the football. There is too much athleticism and length up front on this defensive line and in their front 7, and they register a sack early here on only the 2nd play of the game.
Louisiana Tech will have to punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So FIU's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
Let's take a minute to look at Florida International. They had a win on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star linebacker giving a verbal commitment, and getting good talent like that is what a program at this level really needs to succeed.
Yeah, this is the next step for this program, right? Continue to get talent and high school talent that can come in that you know they can compete with your roster right now. Those are the guys that really help you take that next step.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that...
Turning it on! And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Panthers!
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle. whistle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. All by himself down the middle. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Florida International offense is back on the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Quarterback making adjustments. Quickly out to the tight end. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Wilcox. What a throw. Not a lot of room. He fits it in beautifully, and they've got it at the 30.
Well, you got to be precise with that throw if you're the QB, right? It's a corner route. It's against man coverage, so you got to get it out early, and you got to put it out over the shoulder of the receiver so he can catch it for a big gain.
They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a 1st down.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, FIU.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. Louisiana delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the Sun Belt. Trust me when I say the party is on in Lafayette. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. This is a design run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Catches it at the 30. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Gives it on the option. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. And the Panthers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll go to the ground. At midfield, he's got room. Wide open spaces. He's at the 10, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Florida International.
Well, we knew coming into this game they were going to try and get this receiver the football as many touches as possible in as many different ways as possible. And here you're seeing it on the option play. Great decision by the quarterback to pitch it out wide. There was nobody out there accounting for him, and he shows you the speed out in the open field for a long touchdown for this offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop. Who knows? Better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got him downfield. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback.
Oh, he's got some space. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Louisiana Tech is really moving the football.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He's going to fire deep. Makes the grab right down the middle. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. And the Bulldogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing it, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Look out, he's got room. Still on his feet at the 40. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generate a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Panthers in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires to the big fella. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense, they just can't find any answers.
Goes to the option. Oh, he's got a chance. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Rides the back on the option. The give. Touchdown, Panthers. Excellent pass by the back on the option. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive right now.
Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Going right to work up top. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing.
There he goes. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
Really nice decision by the quarterback. 3rd and long, and nothing was open deep down the field, so he's able to check it down and get it to a pretty athletic guy who shows you what they can do with the ball after the catch. He finds a few blocks, he uses his speed, and that turns into be a huge gain for the offense.
Got the first down and still on his feet. Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, unfortunate to get that one back, and as an added bonus, they get the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now on the option. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Bulldogs. And they take it in for 6 more points.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Spirited matchup with ramifications inside CUSA today, guys. Here's how it finished up. New Mexico State delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Las Cruces. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout CUSA. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where CUSA is right now, and man, what a difference.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Might be calling a hot route. Motion from the wide receiver. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He's taking the shot. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Makes the grab on the right.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking downfield on 1st down. Right down the middle. Got his man. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. They'll immediately call timeout.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? From the gun, looking for a man. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Ruston. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
The Bulldogs will boot it away to start the second half. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Reads it, fires complete. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Wilcox. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. FIU will line up to punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. They'll run the option. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Turns it on in midfield. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. The option look. He'll pitch it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Bulldogs will hustle to the line.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Louisiana Tech is really moving the football. Now from inside the red zone. Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
35, Louisiana Tech.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Florida International offense is back on the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. The offense changing the play. Now they'll run it on the toss. Breaks into the open. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. The 40. The 30. 10. Touchdown, FIU. He got a step and just dusted the field.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the field.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Makes a connection. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the option. Runs through the tackle. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. The Bulldogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. They'll run for it. And he should have enough for a Louisiana Tech first down.
I think because of where they are on the field right now, close to midfield, made that decision a whole lot easier for the head coach to decide to go for it on that 4th down.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They're trying to seal the edge off right tackle. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. One final play before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've reached the break. It's FIU with the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Snap it to the back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. And the Panthers want to move quickly.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. FIU set up with another first down. Here's a heat. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
The give on the option. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield until the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good, late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like the offense doing what they do. Forget you, defense. Get a stop. That's your job, and you did it.
Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half.
And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He lobs one high down the left side. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. This is field position that you dream of. Yeah, I'll take it on the 2. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Florida International. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
3rd and long equals pass almost every single time. Pin your ears back. Go get the quarterback. Great job by the defense understanding the situation. Everybody flying upfield, putting pressure. Know the quarterback's going to hold it. Get to him. Strip, sack. You get the rock.
Grab behind the line. It's Figueroa. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the 1st.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, Matt, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do you a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Well, his legs haven't been a big factor in this game up to now. He picks the perfect moment in the 4th quarter to rip off his longest run of the game.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. FIU pushing tempo. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Panthers. Fired in from the red zone for the score. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They have got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
He's looking to pass. He makes the grab for the 2. I don't know why you need to go for 2 there, but they do, and it's successful.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Gives it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Get it out on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. And how about the day this freshman quarterback has had running the offense? And the QB has more than had his way just lighting up the secondary and the scoreboard, Jesse.
Yeah, and Reese, talking to the coaches coming into this one, they felt like they had a real opportunity in this game to throw the football with success, understanding just how talented their quarterback is. And he's really answered the bell. He's done a really nice job with his decisions. He's played on time. He's been accurate. And this offense has been up and down the field in large part because of how well their quarterback is playing.
To the air on first down. Fires to the middle. Complete with conviction on the crosser.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Makes the grab on the left. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. After this, it'll be a wrap. It's complete on the right side. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what